5 scary ghost videos that will mess you up. The old days. The next short one-off clip was recorded by a man named James Maclean, a guitar enthusiast from America. Having uploaded 24 or so videos consisting mostly of him playing guitar makes this one-off supposed paranormal activity video stand out even more. The clip in question shows James walking slowly down the hallway at his mum's house after he kept hearing one of his guitars strumming seemingly by itself in the back of the trailer. And even though this upcoming video is blurrier than you might want, it still shows something just plain creepy.
I've been here all night. See? Hello? Jesus Christ! Ah! Oh!
James walks down the hallway after hearing a guitar strumming on its own, only to get the fright of his life. As he gets close to the room at the end of the hallway on the left, a picture frame, among other things, come off the wall, crashing down towards James. Shocked by this, he steps back in a hurry and the video ends there. Commenters of the original video have noticed what appears to be a piece of wood or trim almost levitate or hover in midair, if only for a second. Others have mentioned that they hear phantom footsteps and maybe even a disembodied voice near the end of the video.
Jesus Christ! Ah! Oh! Oh!
Let me know if you can hear any of this. Regardless of whether or not this is actually paranormal activity, it's definitely creepy. A link for James's channel is of course down below. House of Shadows. A YouTube channel out of Austria has been making waves in the paranormal niche for a few months now after uploading some really creepy stuff. The channel Paranoiax have been uploading some pretty convincing content for just over 3 years now. In January of 2020, the team of 3 Turkish-speaking ghost hunters went out in what looks to be the middle of winter to search an old stone and logwood house. Not having the resources for a translator, I can only guess or assume that the guys are there to explore after hearing stories on the place. Having had already entered the old building and wandered round for a good 10 minutes or so, they aimed their sights towards the upstairs area. Not knowing it at the time, they weren't the only ones there that night.
De, biz buraya bir girelim gel.
Aa şu içeri girdi.
Remzi az bir çek. Yukarı çıkıyoruz. Emin misin abi? Abi ne oluyor?
The YouTubers are about to go upstairs to explore when, out of nowhere, a bunch of trash or an old bed comes flying down the stairs as if someone had thrown it. Confused and scared by this, the guys decide to leave the building then and there and head back to the road.
Bak benim ışık yine gitti.
Tam şu şekilde alalım da Remzi.
Şu uzaktan yukarılara falan mı baksak?
Zoom alayım mı abi? Ne oldu abi?
Biraz toz kaçtı boğazıma.
Çok pis bir koku yok mu?
Benim ışık yine gitti. Abi ses. Ne oluyor lan abi?
Tövbe yara.
Işık mı var orada? Az yukarıda da var.
Şu
Abi bir şey var orada.
About to leave and head home, the explorers take just one more look back at the house they were just walking through. when the cameraman zooms in and unknowingly captures some sort of creepy black shadow or figure moving away from one of the window frames. Now at first you may think that this is simply just a homeless person or squatter. However, I don't know if you've noticed, but the weather appears to be so cold that the guys almost look as if they have wind or chilburn on their faces. So how one would survive out here is unknown. What do you guys think though? Possibly something paranormal or supernatural, or simply just a person just trying to hunker down? The full video is on their channel, Paranoiax. Shadow figure. A young woman by the name of Victoria uploaded this short clip of herself to TikTok in the last few weeks. She states that she had gone back to her hometown to visit her grandfather. However, she says that she was alone at the time she recorded this short clip. Her grandfather, whose apartment she was in, was not around. In fact, she was the only one home, and was on the second floor. There was no additional information for this video, or at least I couldn't find any. So, what could this be? A real shadow person creeping around in the dark corners of her grandfather's apartment? Or simply just a trick of the camera? It's pretty creepy. Let me know what you think. Being watched. In April of 1986, there was a huge nuclear accident in the Ukrainian city of Chernobyl. It's considered the worst nuclear disaster in history, both in terms of cost and casualties. The radiation levels became so high after the explosion that the entire town of Chernobyl was forced to evacuate almost immediately. However, there has always been rumors that some people and even animals have never left and became more and more mutated as time went on. Because of these high radiation levels, borders were set up around the city to stop people from entering for obvious reasons. Vlad Reznov is a channel from Ukraine. Having produced videos for just over 4 years now, they have a couple hundred videos on their page, most of which are made up of exploration videos and free-running in the early years. The three young Ukrainian men typically feature themselves venturing through abandoned buildings throughout Ukraine. In May of 2017, the group of three entered the border in the evening, got turned around and more or less just got lost. Becoming more and more tired, they eventually decided to find an old abandoned cabin or small house to crash in for the night. However, a good night's sleep is far from what they got.
Что-то шурудило. Нет, там что-то лазит по-любому. Я один туда не пойду. Ну, походу, где-то там. Где-то там. Твою ж мать! Твою ж мать, блин! Что это было? Пацаны, подъем! Пацаны, Вадим, блин! Чувак, там что-то лазит.
Hours pass and the guys fall asleep. However, one of the young men wakes up to the sound of something rustling in the near distance. He gets up and walks outside the cabin to check it out. He then sees what he thinks is a person or shadow figure lurking in the darkness. The cameraman rushes back inside to wake the others up. At first, they think he's merely making drama for the video or pranking them. But then, this happens.
Похоже, ты видел? Где он? Чувак, оно походу и рычит еще. Тихо, слушай, тише.
Вот, все, иди быстрее. Он где-то тут. Он в сарае, что ли? Нет?
Блин! Тихо!
The guys are hearing odd sounds coming from just outside the abandoned cabin, switching back and forward between one of two windows. When all of a sudden somebody or something creepy rushes towards the window to give the guys the fright of their life. commenters of the original video suggest that this could have been a possible spirit of someone who passed away in the nuclear explosion all those decades ago. Others, including the uploaders, simply suggest that it may just be some mutated person who has grown up in the radioactive area. The white face suggests that it's a person, however, the speed at which it moves at has troubled past viewers. The guys from Vlad Reznov eventually got out and away safely that night and are still producing videos to this day. Sewing things together. The following video comes to us from a Japanese YouTube channel called Fourth Wall. They've been uploading creepy and paranormal related videos for almost a year now, and in that time their videos have been freaking people out all over the world, not just in Japan. Their latest upload is no different. The following clip was taken by a smartphone of CCTV footage replaying on a computer screen at a garment factory somewhere in Japan. The president of the company states that they installed a security camera because they were robbed many years ago. He also says that there used to be a part-time worker for the factory named Miss Tanaka, however, she passed away last year. It was said that she worked for the garment factory for over 20 years and was liked by all other workers. The following video shows what the president of the company thinks could be a paranormal activity. The one sewing machine that is moving is the same one Miss Tanaka would use when she worked there. A rumor among many other part-time workers is that Miss Tanaka is in some residual loop working at her sewing machine as if she was still alive. However, the president of the company truly doesn't know the real reason for the strange activity. In this second CCTV clip, it shows a mannequin moving slowly across the office. Now, if this wasn't creepy enough for you, it is said that this particular mannequin that is moving across the floor used to be Miss Tanaka's favorite to work with. So, what do we think of this? Could a former employee of the company be returning in spirit for work even though they are no longer living? You decide that for yourself. To watch what else happens at the end of this video, check out the Fourth Wall YouTube channel. They have some really creepy Japanese videos that you definitely don't want to miss. Unknown roommate. The following few videos are from a Spanish man who uploads primarily on Facebook. His name is Abiud Hernandez Alvarez and has been documenting the supposed haunting in his apartment for over a year now. His videos have captured the attention of many other well-established paranormal or scary top 5 channels before. However, his videos are just too creepy not to feature. If for some reason you haven't seen his videos, brace yourself because what you're about to see just may mess you up. It's been suggested by Abiud and his Facebook viewers that his apartment just may be haunted by a former female resident.
Pero no hay nadie en su recámara. Ay, güey, cerraron su recámara. Pues sí está abierta. Y pues de este lado igual, el baño está abierto. Ay, güey, están tocando la puerta. A ver. nadie. No mames.
Abiud appeared to be working on his computer when he hears knocking at his apartment door. He gets up, walks over to the door, opens it quickly, but there's just no one there. Videos such as this started off quite harmless, and his viewers suggested that it's someone or something just having a little fun with him. However, over time, things have got worse. Much, much worse, and a lot creepier.
Asusta un poquito ahora sí, porque neta se escucha aquí adentro. Se escucha como la chapa, pero pues... A ver, voy a levantarme. Se escucha aquí afuera. Voy a abrir la puerta. Se escucha prácticamente cómo está caminando. Sí me da un poco de duda que exactamente hay. No sé si abrió o cerró la puerta de la cocina. A ver. Pues está abierta, pero no recuerdo honestamente si la había cerrado o abierto. Voy a tratar de ver aquí qué onda. Pues no hay nada, no se ve nada ahí. No mames. Ahí están. A ver, los tacones se están yendo para allá. A ver. Ay, cabrón.
Abiud appears to be woken up in the middle of the night by tapping noises, only to be led out into the living area of his apartment, searching for where these sounds may be coming from. He looks throughout the place, however, he comes up with nothing. When out of nowhere, the sound of a woman's high heels can be heard walking down the length of the apartment towards Abiud's bedroom. His bedroom door then slams closed and the video ends there. Considering Abiud lives in the apartment on his own, this is very unnerving. However, there's so much more to it than this. His Facebook page is full with very creepy videos that show supposedly real paranormal activity.
Hace un frío horrible. Hace demasiado frío.
Puta madre.
Déjame salir.
Chingados. Las campanas se están moviendo. Esto parece una pesadilla. Una maldita pesadilla. No comprendo. No entiendo. Uy. Puta madre. De verdad, estoy muriendo de frío. No.
If all of this wasn't creepy enough for you, make sure to check out Abiud's Facebook page where you'll find a lot more, including wind chimes moving mysteriously on their own and even the apparition of what appears to be a dark-headed woman peering back at Abiud from the other side of a room. As hair-raising as all of this is, he states that most of this activity doesn't bother him too much, and even states that he simply enjoys it. If any of this intrigues you and you want to see more, you'll find it all on his Facebook page, Abiud Hernandez Alvarez. This very first ghost photo of the week goes to an image that was titled "The Boy on the Farm." This picture was taken on a farm located in Hertfordshire, England by the photographer himself, Neil Sandbach. He didn't see the boy at the time. It was only after looking at the negatives did Neil see something that shocked him. He was frightened to see what looks like a child peering back at him from a distance. Neil inquired about this to the farm owners and asked if they had experienced anything like this before. They then confirmed to him that they indeed had seen a boy in white nightclothes roaming the rural property many times before.